In the floodplains of northeastern India lies a wilderness where giants rule the land. One-horned rhinos roam these grasslands. Elephant herds move like living mountains. Hidden among them are rare creatures few people ever see. But somewhere in this vast landscape, an invisible hunter is watching. The true ruler of this wilderness rarely reveals itself. This is the story of the hidden creatures of Kaziranga National Park. In the vast floodplains of Kaziranga National Park, where the Brahmaputra shapes a land of towering grass and winding wetlands, a hidden world thrives. This is not just the realm of the iconic one-horned rhinoceros. It is a sanctuary of the rare and the unseen. In the dense grass, a nearly invisible creature moves in silence, surviving where few can. Beneath the still waters, ancient life drifts through a world unchanged for centuries. And high above, in the forest canopy, watchful eyes follow every movement below. Kaziranga is more than a landscape. It is a refuge where the rare still endures. And as the grasslands open up, a new giant begins to emerge, one that shapes this wilderness like no other. And from the shifting grasslands emerges the true architect of this wilderness, the Asian elephant, a gentle giant whose every step shapes the land and every path tells a story. The herd stands still, alert yet patient, waiting for a sign that it's safe to move. At the edge, the leftmost figure takes charge, the leader. She scans the road ahead, watching, listening, judging the moment. There's something different about her. Her belly is expanded out to the sides, broader than the others. A quiet sign she may be carrying new life. No one moves until she decides. Then, with calm authority, she steps forward, and the herd follows in perfect rhythm. One by one, they cross, steady, silent, connected. And just as suddenly as they arrived, they fade back into the tall grasses, vanishing into the wilderness. And here comes another, a mother with her cub close by her side. Elephants are highly intelligent and social animals living in close-knit family groups led by an experienced matriarch who guides and protects the herd. Nearby, another elephant feeds peacefully on floating aquatic plants, pulling them gently from the water. The Asian elephant is currently listed as endangered on the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List, facing threats from habitat loss and human conflict. Protecting these giants is crucial, not just for their survival, but for maintaining the balance of entire ecosystems they help shape. In forests like Kaziranga National Park, elephants can sometimes turn dangerous for tourist vehicles if they feel threatened, reminding us that this is their territory. And this one has decided to block the road entirely. Elephants communicate through deep, low-frequency rumbles that can travel for kilometers, allowing the herd to stay connected even when they are far apart. They also possess remarkable memory, remembering routes, water sources, and even past threats for many years. For a moment, the road belongs entirely to him. A silent standoff between power and patience. Then, almost without warning, he makes his choice. With slow, deliberate steps, he moves off to the side of the road, calm, unhurried, completely in control. Tension fades as he lowers his trunk and begins to feed, pulling at the vegetation beside him. From the nearby trees, an Asian barred owlet watches it all unfold, silent, observant, a small witness to the drama of giants. Nearby, a hog deer grazes quietly while its cub stands alert, eyes scanning the surroundings, learning the rhythms of the wild. Shy and often overlooked, the hog deer is one of the most fascinating inhabitants of this landscape. Unlike many other deer species, it prefers to move in a low, crouched posture, an adaptation that helps it slip silently through tall grass. Its name comes from this very behavior, resembling the way a hog darts through undergrowth. Today, they are listed as endangered in many parts of their range, making places like Kaziranga crucial for their survival. And sometimes, nature reveals something even more extraordinary, an appearance that defies everything we expect. And here, something truly extraordinary emerges. An albino hog deer, a rare vision that feels almost unreal against the wild grasslands. Its coat is completely white, standing out sharply in a landscape where blending in is key to survival. This is albinism, a rare genetic condition where the body produces no melanin, the pigment responsible for color in skin, fur, and eyes. In the wild, this comes with serious challenges. Without camouflage, an albino animal is far more exposed to predators. The lack of pigmentation can also affect eyesight and make it more sensitive to sunlight. For a species like the hog deer, built to stay hidden in tall grass, this difference makes every moment more vulnerable. Every step is taken in the open, every movement easier to detect. Yet, against these odds, some individuals manage to survive, adapting to a world not designed for them. On the forest floor, an Indochinese roller pauses briefly, its colors flashing for a moment before blending back into the wild. Perched lightly above the grass, a Siberian Stonechat keeps watch, darting down in quick bursts, then returning to its vantage point with effortless precision. And now, the true icon of this land emerges, the Indian Rhinoceros. Massive, armored, and prehistoric in appearance, it moves through the grasslands like a relic of another age. Kaziranga is home to the largest population of these rhinos anywhere on Earth, making Kaziranga National Park one of their last strongholds. Beside the towering presence of the Indian rhinoceros, a smaller figure stays close, a calf moving in quiet sync with its mother. They graze side by side, the young one carefully imitating every movement, learning what to eat, where to step, how to survive in this vast grassland. The bond is strong and constant. Rhino calves remain with their mothers for years, relying on them for protection and guidance. And as they continue to graze, moving slowly through the grass, this quiet lesson of survival carries on. One generation guiding the next. From the undergrowth, a hog badger emerges, low to the ground, moving with quiet determination. It pauses for a moment, sniffing the air, then continues, disappearing and reappearing through the vegetation. A secretive forager of the wild, rarely seen, but always at work beneath the surface. Nearby, a pair of Ruddy Shelduck glide together, moving in perfect harmony across the water. Across the water, a flock of migratory ducks gathers, resting, feeding, and moving together in quiet harmony. Perched in stillness, a gray-backed shrike scans the ground below, sharp-eyed and patient, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. On the forest floor, a red junglefowl female moves quietly through the leaf litter. With quick, deliberate steps, she scratches the ground, turning over leaves in search of seeds, insects, and hidden morsels. The red junglefowl is the wild ancestor of all domestic chickens found around the world today. Native to South and Southeast Asia, it thrives in forests, scrublands, and grassland edges where it can forage and stay concealed. Unlike domestic birds, they are strong flyers for short distances, often flying up into trees to roost safely at night. Their diet is highly varied, including seeds, insects, fruits, and small invertebrates, making them important contributors to seed dispersal and insect control in the ecosystem. From the shadows, a wild boar moves into view, stocky, powerful, and constantly on the move. With its snout to the ground, it roots through the soil, searching for roots, insects, and anything edible. Unpredictable and highly adaptable, it thrives in almost every corner of this landscape. And here comes another giant of the grasslands, the wild water buffalo, powerful and imposing, yet perfectly at home in these wetlands. The wild water buffalo is one of the largest and most powerful bovines on Earth, known for its massive curved horns and strong build. It thrives in floodplains and wetlands, where it spends much of its time grazing on grasses and wallowing in water to regulate body temperature. Globally, the species is listed as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, with habitat loss, hybridization with domestic buffalo, and hunting being major threats. Kaziranga National Park holds one of the most significant populations of wild water buffalo in the world, making it a critical refuge for their survival. The park's seasonal floods actually help maintain the grasslands these animals depend on, creating ideal feeding conditions. These buffalo are highly social, often found in herds, and despite their calm appearance, they can be extremely dangerous if threatened. Their presence is vital to the ecosystem, helping shape vegetation and maintain the balance of this dynamic wetland landscape. And along the water's edge, a playful presence appears. The smooth-coated otter, swift, curious, and always full of energy. With sudden energy, they slip into the water, diving beneath the surface in search of food, moving with speed and perfect coordination. The smooth-coated otter is one of the most social and charismatic mammals of Asia's wetlands, known for its sleek body, powerful tail, and remarkable agility in water. Unlike many solitary carnivores, These otters live in close-knit family groups, often called rafts. They hunt, rest, and travel together, communicating through a range of whistles, chirps, and body movements. This strong social structure makes them highly efficient hunters, especially when working as a team. Fish form the major part of their diet, but they are opportunistic feeders, also consuming crustaceans, amphibians, and small aquatic animals. Their streamlined bodies, webbed feet, and dense fur make them perfectly adapted for an aquatic lifestyle, allowing them to swim swiftly and dive with precision. However, despite their adaptability, they face growing threats. Habitat destruction, water pollution, and human disturbance are major concerns across their range. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the smooth-coated otter is currently listed as vulnerable. In places like Kaziranga National Park, protected wetlands provide a vital refuge for these animals. The network of rivers, channels, and floodplains offers ideal hunting grounds and safe denning sites. Watching them in the wild is more than just a rare sight. It's a sign of a healthy ecosystem where water, land, and wildlife remain in delicate balance. Resting on a half-submerged trunk, the Assam roofed turtle basks quietly above the water. Still and watchful, it absorbs the warmth, conserving energy between long periods of slow movement. At the slightest disturbance, it slips back beneath the surface, vanishing into the safety of the river with effortless ease. Suddenly, a hog deer freezes, head raised, body tense. From the grasslands, sharp alarm calls echo through the air, a warning that something unseen is moving nearby. And then she appears, the Bengal Tiger, a tigress stepping silently out of the grass, her presence turning tension into certainty. In Kaziranga National Park, the Bengal tiger is a true phantom of the grasslands, rarely seen, even in a land where they exist in high numbers. The landscape itself makes them elusive. Towering elephant grass, dense thickets, and broken wetlands create perfect cover, allowing them to move unseen just a few meters away. You don't find them here. They choose when to reveal themselves. In contrast, the forests of central India, with their more open woodlands and defined tracks, offer clearer visibility. There, sightings are more frequent, and tigers are often seen walking roads or crossing open spaces. But in Kaziranga, it's different. Here, the tiger is not just a predator. It is a presence, felt more than seen, hidden within a landscape built for secrecy. In the early days, Kaziranga was known primarily for its rhinos, and tigers, though present, remained largely in the background, rarely seen and sparsely studied. But over time, as protection improved and prey species like deer and wild buffalo thrived, the tiger population began to grow steadily. Today, Kaziranga holds one of the highest densities of tigers anywhere in the world. The rich floodplains provide abundant prey, while the complex mix of grasslands, forests, and wetlands offers perfect hunting grounds and cover. This success led to Kaziranga being declared a tiger reserve in 2006, recognizing its critical role in conserving the species. Yet, despite their numbers, sightings remain rare, because this landscape allows them to stay hidden, mastering the art of invisibility. Here, the tiger's story is not just about survival. It is about thriving in silence, in a world where being unseen is the greatest advantage of all. In Kaziranga National Park, fire is not always destruction. Sometimes it is a tool for survival. Each year, the Forest Department carefully carries out controlled burning of the grasslands. These planned fires clear out old, dry vegetation, making way for fresh, nutrient-rich growth. Within weeks, new grass begins to emerge, attracting herbivores and, in turn, the predators that follow. It also keeps the landscape open, preventing forests from overtaking these vital grazing grounds. In Kaziranga, even fire has a purpose, shaping a cycle where destruction leads to renewal. Across Kaziranga National Park, forest guards patrol on foot, alert, disciplined, and ready. Armed and vigilant, they move through grass and forest alike, protecting this land from the constant threat of poaching. Here, strict shoot-on-sight orders stand as a final line of defense, because safeguarding this wilderness demands unwavering resolve. And in the end, Kaziranga is not just a place you witness. It's a wild that stays with you long after you've left.